MPs impeached Rigathi Gachagua because they were saying that one of the major reasons that they were impeaching him for is because he was tribal and corrupt. So they made sure that they have impeached him to take that space. Now, recently the ODM party members, actually to be specific, MPs, were appointed for being poor performance or being corrupt. Let me give you an example. Starting from Junet Mohammed, he has been receiving 150 million every year for developing, in form of NCGDF, for developing Suna East. But you also Suna East members complaining that Junet Mohammed has neglected the people of the Suna East. Where is the money going? Where is the money going? No work, no development, and you have the audacity to lecture Kenyans, to threaten youths in this country that tapambana sisi. Junet Mohammed, where did the money go? Leave that aside. When Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, we had a gentleman called Peter Kaluma, who came out on X to tweet that Luos have offered so much to this country and that they need more seats, including the interior docket. Then, this gentleman had the audacity to defend himself and say that Rigathi Gachagua was corrupt, was tribal, but he was not tribal from his sentiments. So he wanted a PS for interior to be from Luo Nyanza, as well the cabinet secretary as well to be from Luo Nyanza. So he was comfortable with that so long as Luos are represented. We cannot have a country where leaders think like that. We cannot have a country where leaders think like that. They impeached Rigathi Gachagua on the basis that he was tribal. Why is Peter Kaluma in office up to now? Why hasn't he been summoned by the ODM party, the saints, come and tell him, you've destroyed our sainthood in ODM by being tribal? Why did Sifuna not talk about this? Why did Onyonka not talk about these sentiments? Why is it that when Cherargei says funny things, you talk about them? But when these other guys say you don't talk about them? As if that's not enough, recently there was a report that just came out that in Homa Bay town constituency, led by Peter Kaluma, there has been embezzlement of Kenyan funds in form of SGDF, NGCDF, where the money that was supposed to construct various facilities in Homa Bay County in various schools, I don't want to mention their names here, those facilities were either poorly done or they were not done at all. That means money was chewed, just little amount of it was used to try to fix that issue so that it appears it was already done. This is the same guy who comes on board to tell us that Rigathi Gachagua was corrupt and that he needs to go home. Rigathi Gachagua was a tribal and he needs to go home. If I remember clearly, in 2022, just towards the elections, I don't know how many of you guys remember that Raila Amolo Odinga took some elders from Luo Nyanza to Nyeri and they did some exchange program of goods. Some took samaki, others took viazi and stuff, so that they could try to mend the relationship between the Luos and the Kikuyus. And this one should be very clear. That's why we should not trust Raila Amolo Odinga. Why could you allow taxpayers' money to be spent that much trying to take women and old guys, elders in the village, all the way to Nyeri for the purpose of unity between the lake and the mountain, and then later on come and bring your MPs and cite them against impeaching Rigathi Gachagua? Why is it that you could not take your MPs and tell them, now after impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, let's nominate even Martha Karua into a position, because she was your running mate? Instead, you've decided to eat alone, as your MPs also are poorly performing in the counties. Do you know where these MPs get the audacity to be corrupt and they don't care? Simply because they are close to Raila Amolo Odinga and Ruto. Why should we allow such kind of activities to take place in this country? The people of Homa Bay Town, question your MP. Ask him, why haven't you done this and that? Because your MP was at the forefront questioning William Ruto for the poor performance. Now he's not performing well. Why are you people quiet? Why are people quiet? Peter Kaluma, explain where the money for the people of Homa Bay Town constituency is. Because it cannot be fair that we use the constitution against others because we are many. And this is where our courts now, the constitution amendment now should come in. This is where we need a referendum. So that we can amend some of these things where someone cannot be impeached unless proven guilty by various institutions, professional institutions, not people like Imani Chungwa coming up with allegations and then they're using them to impeach somebody. Then after impeachment, Mutuse feels like he's the hero of this country. He's the one who gave Kithure Kindiki the post of being the DP in this country. He can now go with the audacity to dictate what should happen in Makueni County, or even Kilifi, or even any other part of this country. It cannot happen that way. We must use our law uniformly to everybody at all times. We must have our institutions now working. And when we say the judiciary has failed, it has really failed us as a country. I wish it could have ordered that let's have the Auditor General go to Gachagua's office and investigate what was misused there. I wish they could have sent the DCI to investigate the acquisition of those properties that they're saying they were stolen by Gachagua. So that as a country we all get briefed. We all get the facts on board. As simple as that. I'm going to do a video now. I feel that it was not important to call the Gachagua tribe. I'm going to do a video on that, basically. And why I think Gachagua is better than Ruto.